Hello again, this is Doug, the 2-Minute Gardener. We're going to look at how a really big driveway gets poured. All right, so this is a 4,000 square foot driveway that we're pouring at this particular property. And we're going to have to do it in 2 days because it's just such a massive driveway. So 2,000 square feet one day and then 2,000 square feet a couple days later. Now, one thing I want to point out, lots of times when you're doing big driveways, you want to put some crushed gravel down just to act as a sub base. This particular property is in a section of San Diego that is solid granite. It's actually called Granite Hills. And so the ground is just rock hard. And so they chose not to do the crushed gravel. And also they're doing a lot of expansion joints as well. So I think they're going to be just fine. So even though it is a front driveway, they do have to pump that concrete up from the street. By the way, as you can clearly see, this is a colored concrete. It's going to fade to a nice tan. This is a Davis color. It's called Palomino. And so we're doing both a colored concrete and a top cast finish. Now, top cast finish is really great when you have driveways that have a slight slope, as this one clearly does, because it adds a little graininess and grittiness to it. So that's a really important thing also. So when you're doing driveways, consider adding a little color. Lots of Davis colors. There's links in the video description that can take you right to all the different colors of Davis. And I always recommend for all kind of sloping driveways, walkways, those kind of things, put that top cast down, because as you see at the end of the video, it's going to give you a nice gritty feel. So that was day one, and then a few days later, come back, bring more pumping trucks. Day two, it ended up being a tremendous amount of truck after truck after truck pouring all this. Also notice these guys are doing what's called these expansion joints, sometimes also known as control joints. And so the control joints are really important. I always recommend control joints of 4 to 5 feet. Sometimes when you have a huge driveway like this, they do 6 feet. But these control joints are important because no matter what you do, the concrete's going to crack. So you're trying to control where the concrete cracks. And that's why it's incredibly important to always use control joints on concrete, minimum every 6 feet, to make sure that if it cracks, it's going to crack where you want it. And there it is, again, the top cast finish on the second half of the driveway, all poured out, and then that's going to get rinsed off a few hours later. And as you can see, it's going to leave a little gritty texture to the driveway that gives it a good slip resistance when you're in the rain. And again, when you have a driveway this long going up a hill, you definitely want to have that good slip resistance. And there's a close-up of what it looks like after the top cast finish has been washed off. So now that the concrete has cured, you're going to come back at least 3 or 4 weeks later, let it completely settle in, and now it's time to add a few plants, make it look a little nicer. So bring that baby in, bring that tree in, come right in and drop those crepe myrtles in the hole. These are these big 36-inch box crepe myrtles, and so they each weigh about 500 pounds. Best to use a bulldozer to muscle those babies in. They backfill it with some really good amended soil, and they're going to add some nice small plants to really make this look fabulous in the coming spring. Well, that's all the time we have for today. If you enjoyed this quick video on how a big driveway gets poured, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe to get more of my garden videos. Until next time, this is Doug, the 2-Minute Gardener, saying thanks for watching.